Alright boys, how's it? We're back in Call of Duty today and we're gonna be having absolute carnage today. First thing we're gonna run through is some settings, because that's the main thing that gets everybody riled up lately, is settings. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just quickly run through and show you guys what settings should look like and why you should be running them. So first of all, let's go into the shooting range. Let me show you what your aim usually looks like and then how to fix it. So your aim might be looking something like that if you're trying to get a kill, but you've got your settings all wrong. So what we would be doing is we would literally be going into settings. First thing you would do is make sure that, let me just pop over to controller. If you're on controller, make sure that you play with the settings that you're comfortable with. First of all, don't play with the settings that any streamer or content creator would like to shove down your throat. If you're comfortable playing at 4, like myself, do so. If you're comfortable playing at a 1.6 or 1.7, which you'll get better aim assist at, do so. But set your settings. Inside the game, you would be basically strafing left to right and making sure while you're doing that to follow and track the target. See where you undershoot and where you overshoot. That way you can finally adjust where to up and down your aim assist in that sense, or your stick sensitivity. Next thing is controller vibration. Make sure that's switched off. The problem with controller vibration is the moment you have it on and your controller starts to vibrate, you will unfortunately be getting a little bit of a situation where your whole hand starts to vibrate as well. It's micro vibrations, but it still throws your aim off. Switch it off. Motion, if you've got motion on, switch it off. It's also gonna screw over your aim assist. In terms of dead zones, I've got mine set at 0, 1, and then 65, 95, and then 2 zeros on the triggers on the back. Reason being is you want the quickest response times for your triggers. Once you've got the quickest response times for your triggers, that reaction time from you aiming to getting your shot done is just so much better in that sense. Next thing you want to do is heading over to the aiming tab. You want to head over to advanced settings. Make sure that your aiming response curve, for me, works better on dynamic, and then your aim response curve slope type or scale is going to be as high as possible. That gives you the ability to snap into targets, as opposed to coming onto a target, aiming onto a target and then having it before the guy's head or body start to slow down significantly, and then basically having you miss a couple of shots before you actually hit the guy straight on. So fine-tune that accordingly in the firing range as well. You could even test it out once in-game as well. Custom sensitivity per zoom is also a very important one to have on. None of your guns will have the same reticle on. It will not have the same scope on, so you got to change that accordingly. Think of it this way. You've got a vehicle driving parallel in front of you from one point to another, which you are then basically going to be tracking. But you've also got one 200 meters away, also parallel driving. It's not going to be at the same visible speed to you to be able to track with the same scope. So with regards to that, change yours accordingly. Mine is set to 1.7, so that's 1.7 times the 4 sensitivity that we've had. Same with regards to the next and so forth. I keep my high zoom at a 1, so that's basically a 4 for me specifically. Also, sensitivity transition time. You could have it at instant, but I feel it just slows down or speeds it up way too quickly for you to really react with at that stage in time. So for me personally, gradual works a lot better. Next thing you would want to do is you would want to head over to your interface settings. At your interface settings, do the following. Go into the color customization and make sure that you, first of all, team, party, and enemies. You go into them, you use your saturation and your brightness and you fill them up completely. It's going to help you see your enemies so much better. Then you apply your custom color once you've done that. Second thing you want to do is with color filters, go to color filter 2. Make sure it's color filter 2, not 1, not 3, not none. You'll see the colors changing on the right hand side. There you will see it's getting a little bit more faded. This is your brightest color setting. Make sure your target is on both. In other words, your world intensity as well as your interface. And then you want to make sure that it's both on set on 100 in that sense. Next thing you want to do is go to gameplay HUD, also under interface settings, and make sure that in this you do turn on your crosshair. If it's turned off, your crosshair dot, make sure that it's set at default, not largest. You'll be able to miss a person's head if he's far away with too large of a circle on the screen. Make sure you set your crosshair color to as bright as possible. That's going to allow you to see your crosshair in dense foliage and out in the open as well. So it's just going to help you out with that quite a bit. Make sure everything else is basically same as mine. If you'd like to have it like that, that's mostly preference. Coming down to audio. Now, with me being on PC, I use the following settings. I use SteelSeries Sonar, which gives me that little bit of a ability to fine-tune my audio. You could use something called Rara Audio as well, which will give you more of a directional audio, but it's also a paid service. So if you're looking for more of a free type of service, this is something you would find greatly helpful. Make sure your enhanced audio mode is switched on, and then that your audio mix is set on Sucker Punch. That just gives you the tightest dynamic range, so you're able to hear footsteps decently at this level as well. Something that nobody does, asymmetric hearing compensation. Switch that on and then change your frequencies both left and right to the following. Make sure you grab a screenshot of this, pause the video, and then basically set it to this. This is going to allow you to hear that crisp thump of the of your footsteps coming and going, and it's going to basically cut out all the cut that out, but it's going to reduce greatly all the unnecessary noise in the game. In that sense, with the game which is already so populated with unnecessary noise. So that's going to be that. Turn either sound reduction on, and then you're set up and ready to go. Right. So for today, we're going to be running the following loadouts. We are going to be running an XM325 with the following attachments. We'll go into the attachments and then you guys can see what it looks like. Following attachments with them. That's going to be a Fang hover point. It's going to be a Redwell Shade X 19.3 barrel, and then basically the VATS convergence under barrel with the prestige attachment in that sense. That's going to allow me to get full accuracy while maintaining a decent firepower. So this is decently accurate, and I'll show you that in a second as well. We're also going to be running the Strider as well with a monolithic suppressor, 25-inch Bowen Groom barrel, a ballast MFS guard stabilizer, and then the fringing stable grip as well. We're going to do overpressure ammunition for it, and then we're going to basically be running it like such. So showing you guys what the aim should look like is that. You'll see once you go and aim on a target, it takes it down significantly quickly with this weapon. You don't have a lot of recoil, and then with your Strider as well, you can hit a headshot really decently if you aim on the head. Sometimes you don't. It happens to all of us. So it's fairly decent. It's a one-shot headshot, so that should help you out quite a bit. Right guys, so with that being said, let's dive into it.